Council. I'm so excited to have you guys here for the last concert of our 2025 concert series. We did it. This is my first year in the role helping with the concert series. So I'm so excited to introduce Bart tonight because I first met Bart at Roots in the Round, which was an event that Brian Olson and Josh Loftus, I know Josh Dickens was a part of too, here where we honored a lot of local musicians. And it was such a great way to get to know Bart through his music. And he was sitting in on a couple of rounds, I think both years you were here. So what a great guy. What talented me. You were there too? Oh, okay. Yeah. Was anyone else here for Roots in the Round and saw Bart? There you go, Bart. Yeah. I think that's what's so special about that event is I feel like you get to know the musician, you get to hear about their process, you get to, I guess, just have a kind of an inside window peek into their mind, which is a good thing, Bart. So I think tonight's going to feel very reminiscent of those nights with Roots in the Round, and I'm excited to share that with you guys. Before I introduce Bart, I wanted to also highlight that on December 4th, we have our member art show here at the Arts Council. So that's an art show where we get to celebrate all of the artists, and well, not all of them, but the artists that sign up for our member art show. That'll be December 4th in like correspondence with the downtown tree lighting. So it's going to be a fun, festive holiday night. I hope you guys will come out and support our local artists and our local Arts Council members that are artists. It's a great way to get your holiday gifts and things like that. Also, December 18th, we're having our big fundraiser for the Iredell Arts Council. If you are interested in attending that event, please just wave me down and I'll make sure that you've got an invite in your inbox and we'll get you sorted with that. But without further ado, are you guys ready to listen to some live original music tonight? I want to introduce Bart Lattimore.
Drag this a little closer. What's going on, everybody? My name is Bart Lattimore. I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. I now found my way to Virginia, up towards Floyd. God, I love it so much. Funny story, my wife took a job up there, and she had to do some training for a year, so we had to stay in a place called Hillsville. And we were like, all right, well, we can go to this little mountain town. We were going to move to Carolina Beach. We were looking at beach houses. And 2 weeks in, she came home from her training, and she said, can we stay here? And I said I was going to ask you the same damn thing. And we ain't left since. So we love the mountain area. I'm gonna kind of tell stories about these songs so you guys get a feel for where I was at. This first song, I lived in Plaza Midwood for about 14 years. I mean, my heart still part of my heart still lays there until I go there, and I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. So I was 21 years old. The love of my life had just broken my heart. And I wrote 10 songs in 11 days. And I started a band called the Mill Hill Revival. And it was going to be, I wanted to call it the Trailer Park Revival because I thought I was a, nasty redneck or whatever. But we lived on the Mill Hill, so we called it Mill Hill Revival. And this song was the first song I wrote. As long as we got some guitar. Can y'all hear some guitar? There we go. And I always have to tell people this song is not about my wife. She is the savior of my life and the most beautiful creature that ever walked the face of the earth. 1, 2, Maw, paw, yee-haw. Honey, I don't know what you want me to be. I reckon, well, it's time I pack my things and leave. Well, I'm gone, gone. You done me wrong. When I was a young man, my mama said to me, don't follow nothing, boy, you can't believe. So I'm gone, gone. You done me wrong. Oh yeah, it's high time for you to see what it's like on the other side. Sitting at the dinner table, what do I see? Those evil eyes staring right through me. Hell, I'm gone, gone. You done me wrong. True love is such a beautiful thing. It's hard to love you when you cry, kick and scream. So I'm gone, gone. You done me wrong. Oh yeah, it's high time for you to see what it's like on the other side. Oh yeah, it's high time for you to see what it's like along the other side. Whoever cracked that beer, thank you. So that was the first song I wrote. Then it got my juices flowing. And that's what happens. That's music term for creativeness. And then I just started I wrote some heartbreak songs. I wrote some love songs. But I wrote some songs that were just kind of funny, and I started delving back into my youth. And I kind of grew up in a weird spot. So I grew up in a double-wide trailer that was in between. This is in Huntersville. So it's in between the trailer park and Sherwood Forest. Okay? So we was too rich to hang out with the kids in the trailer park, but we was too poor to hang out with the kids in the suburbs, right? So I wrote this song. This is called the Trailer Park Song. And this is literally like real accounts of what I seen growing up. Like, I was on top of the hill. I could watch everything that happened in that trailer park. And as an 11-year-old Southern boy, I was pretty intrigued, we'll say that. So this is the Trailer Park Song. Well, now I'm all right with a single wife. Well, no, they can't take my home away from me. Well, it's mid-July. Well, all you see is Christmas lights. Well, no, you can't take my home away from me. I woke at 12 on the dot today, just to see my landlord in his Dodge to haul me away. You could take it all, but the velvet painting of Hank on the wall. Well, old Hank, he's coming with me. now me and Bo, my trusty dog I know, would rather sleep in the truck in the snow. Well, now I'm down and out. I'm sleeping with the waitress from the local Waffle House. But since then, my stomach's been filled with hash browns and cheese. It's so hard to see them take my trailer from me. Well, the flamingos in the yard, just let them be. You can take it all, but the velvet painting of Hank on the wall. No Hank, old Hank, he'll be coming with me. Well, now I'm down and out, sleeping with the waitress from the local Waffle House. But since then, my stomach's been filled with hash browns and cheese. But a man can't complain. Thanks to Dolores, all the bills get paid. Well, no, they can't take my waitress away from me. Well, no, they can't take my waitress away from me. Thank you, guys. That's an old one. We're just going. This is the way I'm gonna run it tonight. I'm gonna throw some covers in there, but I want to just kind of play my catalog as I wrote it. So this next song was right after that evil woman broke my heart, which actually she became a really nice lady, and we're still friends with her, so she's all right. You know, bygones be bygones or whatever. But this next song, I started thinking about how much of an idiot I am. And when I was about 19, I was probably 18 years old, I bought a 95 Jeep Cherokee, 2-wheel drive. Okay, now all my buddies had mud bogging machines. So what did I think I could do? I thought I could take my 2-wheel drive Jeep out to the power lines and go and be a mud bogger. That didn't work out. And I wrote this song. This is called Power Lines. Well, all we need is a pickup truck, a couple of shovels if we get stuck, and we'll head down to the trails at the power line. There's a cooler in the back, a stock full of beer. It's a jerky that was cut from the back of a deer. And George Jones will crank 12 loud. Said, well, come on, fellas, but don't you bring your gals. Don't you remember the time that we brought Val? Well, she bitched and moaned, well, the entire time. Well, it's times like these that makes me believe that I don't need nothing more. So I'll do all I can just to stay a simple man. Hell, I've been doing that since the day I was born. Here we go. Well, we wasn't even not a mile out, and I was riding the ruts until I bottomed out. A Jeep pulled up, well, in the nick of time. Well, I bottomed out on my hog's head, and that fella said, son, I think your tranny is dead. I said, hook her up, well, let's pull her out. We broke 3 drive axles and 1 brake line. Everybody was pissed, but I was feeling fine with that Carolina sun beating down on me. And well, it's times like these it makes me believe that I don't need nothing more. So I'll do all I can just to stay a simple man. Hell, I've been doing that since the day I was born. Here we go. Well, all we need is a pickup truck, a couple of shovels if we get stuck, and we'll head down to the trail at the power lines. Thank you guys. That's the four-wheeling song. So this next song's a little racy. This is completely fiction. This is about a young man meeting a prostitute. And I've never bought a prostitute in the state of North Carolina. I'm kidding. That's a joke I've told for 20 years now. This is called Downtown Lady. That was in them 10 days. I just felt, creative. So, and all my heroes was writing songs about prostitutes, I guess. Traveled down this empty street alone, just to realize that in the end it all was gone. Well, I'll never walk, never again. Spent too much time on that highway of sin. Won't you take me away? Won't you take me away? Well, I was 17, she was nearly 32. But all the devil, he often tells me what to do now. They call her a sinner, skank and a whore. Just a downtown lady with a heart of gold, and she said to take me away. Well, she said take me away. on her face. My downtown lady, what the hell took place? And she said, oh, my pimp, he's a rotten kind of man. Well, lovely lady, get on while you still can. And she said, take me away. Well, she said to take me away. Well, she said take me away. Thank you. So it's funny how broken love can just kind of, really any kind of traumatic experience as a writer can like awaken this crazy creativity, right? I mean, the woman broke my heart, and I mean, half that album was written about fictional characters. You know, maybe some of that had to do with the fact that, maybe it had to do with me a little bit, but maybe it was some, and I've realized years later, it's been over a decade, that some of that was me. Some of these characters, there's parts of it that were stuff that I didn't like about myself. So, anyways, enough of that junk. I got another song for you. Make sure I'm in tune. I'm bad about tuning, because I am not a guitar player. I play enough guitar to entertain you folks. This next song is about people coming to you and talking shit about other people, and you don't want to hear about it. Well, everyone's been talking about Jesse, who's talking about Johnny, and they done each other wrong. If we could all just tend our own business, we might just get along. I went to the bar just the other day to sit down and have a drink. The neighborhood posse bombarded me with gossip before I could even think. And they said, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Well, did you even ask if I cared? 'Cause those are people that you've been talking about, well, they ain't even here. I heard a group of people, they was talking about a feller didn't have nothing nice to say. Well, I ain't never met these people, but I swear I heard my name. Well, that just really goes to show you how some people can be. Well, they ain't got nothing to talk about, so they resort to talking about me. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Well, did you even ask if I cared? Is that fella that you've been talking about? Well, he is sitting right here. So this next line is before I met my wife, and her name is Jenny. And I came up with a fictional name for this song. It just happened to be Jenny. But she is Virginia, so she's G-I-N-I. This is J-E-N-N-Y. Well, I don't care who Jenny's fucking, I don't give a damn who hooked up. Well, I don't go talking behind your back about how your love life sucks. Well, Well, I think all these people are jealous, they ain't got nothing going on. So while I'm out making love, you can talk about me at home. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Well, did you even ask if I cared? 'Cause those people that you've been talking about, well, they ain't even here. Yeah, all these people that you've been running your mother mouth about, and you know you are, well, I ain't never here. Well, you know, that was also, that kind of became a song to myself, because when I came up with the concept for writing that, I had fallen into talking crap about people, and that was the day I stopped doing it. Mind your business, and mind your own, you'll do fine. Cheers, everybody. Thank you guys so much. All right, so this brings me to the next part. This is round about the same time I learned to cover. I'm going to do a cover song. And I had a buddy, and he was into some really good music, and we played a lot together. He was a harmonica player, and I loved playing with him. He came to my house one night, and I'd had a couple drinks, and he said, "Man, you got to learn this Bee Gees song." And I went, "Nope." Like, "Hey, man, I'm down with it, you know, but I can't sing no Bee Gees." And I'd heard the song, but he put it to me. He was like, "I think you could do something with this song." And I worked it out, and I sang it on The Voice. Oh, man, that was a terrible experience. Don't ever go on that television show. No, I'm just kidding. They were really nice and really sweet to me, but it was very bureaucratical or whatever. So here's a Bee Gees song. There's a light, a certain kind of light that's never shone on me. I want my life to be spent with you, only you. Well, there's a way, a certain kind of way. You're meant to do every little thing. Tell me what good is everything. Well, if I ain't got you, if I ain't got you, oh, darling, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to love somebody, the way I love you. I'm a man see what I am. Well, I live and I breathe for you. Tell me what good does that do if I ain't got you? If I ain't got you? Well, oh, darling, you don't know this life. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody. Oh, darling, you don't know this life. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody. When I love you. Thank you, guys. And by God, thank the Bee Gees. Oh, man, that's a fun one. My wife loves it. She makes me, that's the only song she makes me play. She loves that one. The rest of them, she don't give a shit about. Once they started making a little bit of money, paying the bills a little bit, she was like, okay, well, that one's all right, you know. No, I'm joking. I tell you what, man, you know, I spent most of my young adult life being a bit of a raking man with loose morals, and I thought I was going to die young. I thought I was going to live that way the rest of my life. And by golly, the good Lord put Virginia in my life, and she is. I'll put it to you like this: me and Virginia, we got an 11-year-old daughter, and she back talked her real hard one time, and she was about 9 years old, and I looked at her and I said, "Hey," I said, "don't you forget, I loved her before I loved you." I said, "Don't talk to my wife like that." And we've been pretty good since then, so. But that brings me to my next song. This is kind of a newer one. We're going to break away from the timeline here. I wrote this song about being a kind of a loose moral man, and how it seemed right, but when you get older, you start to realize that the most important thing is love and family. And I had a buddy of mine who's still living that life, and I love him dearly. And he's a man. I know he's a man of God, but you just, when you get the call from him, you don't know if it's going to be good or bad. And he called me one day, and he said, his name's J-Boy, and he said, I could hear it in his voice, he's hurting. He's bad off on drugs and all kind of shit. And he said, "Bart, I know why I don't fit in this world like I'm supposed to." He said, "'Cause I'm an outside dog." And I said, "I'm going to steal that and market it." I said, "I'm going to write a song about that." And so I did. This is called Outside Dog. Well, I'm an outside dog. I told all my life that I'm almost the same as being tame, but I can't sleep inside. Well, the nights under this old front porch were the cold and dark and long. but I'll greet you in the morning, 'cause I'm an outside dog. I keep the neighbors up, just howling at the moon. Well, I've been down to the city pound at least a time or two. Some folks, they will pet me, but most just leave me alone. But I don't mean no harm. Well, I'm an outside dog. The days are long when you're forgotten, but I never feel left behind. With table scraps and creek water, well, my tail's wagging all the time. And I'll be right here in the driveway when you get home. Though I'm tattered and worn, oh, my love is strong. Well, I'm an outside dog. I ain't in no family photos. You never take me for a ride. But every time you walk that property line, well, I'm right by your side. When my time is up on this piece of land and the doggy Jesus calls me home, well, it's a different kind of pain, losing an outside dog. The days are long when you're forgotten, but I never feel left behind. With table scraps and creek water, well, my tail's wagging all the time. And I'll be at the pearly gates when the good Lord calls you home. Though I'm tattered and worn, and I may be gone. Though I'm tattered and worn, oh, my love is strong. Well, I'm an outside dog. Thank you, guys. I put that song out, and it was more than what I could have expected, because I had so many people, and they're hitting me up on, and they're direct messaging me. They're like, "You wrote that song about Buster. God damn, Buster was the best dog, and I wish we'd have let him inside more often." Now, people's crying, and but then I'll play it at shows, and I'll have like a 65, 70-year-old, and you can tell he used to be a biker. And he comes up, and he leans into my ear, and he goes, "I'm an outside dog too, buddy." So. But anyways, let's bring it up a little bit. Jeez Louise. There's a freaking crying match in here. I'm going to play another cover just to kind of get some air in here. This is one of my favorite covers to play. I love Sturgill Simpson. This is the only song I can play and do justice because he's such a better player than I am. So we're going to do King of Shit Mountain. How about that? Let's tune it first. Jeez Louise. It says it's in tune. It must be my playing. Well, I've been spending all my money on weed and pills, trying to write a song that'll pay the bills, but it ain't came yet. I guess I'll have to rob the bank. Well, it could be worse. It ain't that bad. At least I ain't sitting in no Baghdad in the middle of the hot damn desert, sitting in a tank. Well, the time my wife talks, a baby gets mentioned. I'm so broke I can't pay attention, and Lord, how it turned me up to have to see her cry. Well, I've been spending all my nights on the internet looking for a clue, but ain't found one yet. Just a bunch of Mopars, guitars, and shit I can't buy. Well, now, Lord, if you can hear me, won't you throw a damn dog a bone? 'Cause if the devil shows up with a better deal, this old soul's going down. So I sing 'em real pretty, sing 'em real sad, and all the people in the crowd, they say that boy ain't half bad. Well, they call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. Well, I've been sitting on my ass like a bump on a log, watching Andy and no boss hog. I guess I better get up and go out and find a job. Well, I'm sure there's gotta be a better use of my time instead of sitting around here trying to find the next rhyme, like figuring out which one of them banks I'm gonna go rob. Well, the name of the game is hurry wait, but that ain't putting no food on my plate or gas in my car, and I drive a Bronco. Well, now, Lord, if I could just get me a record deal, I might not have to worry about my next meal, but I'll still be trying to figure out what the heck rhymes with Bronco. Well, now, Lord, if you can hear me, won't you throw a damn dog a bone? 'Cause if the devil shows up with a better deal, this old soul's going down. So I sing 'em real pretty, sing 'em real sad, and all the people in the crowd, they say he ain't half bad. Well, they call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. Well, they call me King Turd up here on Shit Mountain. If you want it, you can have the crown. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Well, I was going to write a set list for this, but I figured I'd just let it roll. Whatever comes to me, we going to do. Here's a little story about this guitar. I got friends, they tell me, they say, you make enough money to buy a good guitar, why don't you buy one? I'm like, well, I play almost 200 shows a year. What do I want to take? That's like taking $4,000 worth of cash and beating it on stage all night. So this is a $150 guitar that has played a lot of shows. And the thing is, if it got run over tonight, I wouldn't fret. Maybe for a little bit. You heard that? Pun intended, bro. All right, I'm going to play I don't know if I'm going to wait for that one. I got a new song. Y'all want to hear a new one? I know which one you want to hear. You want to hear the one about what daddies do, don't you? Yeah. I remember y'all. We're going to get there. This one will make you cry too, maybe. We're going to try not to, sorry. Man, I tell you, I try to write upbeat songs. I'm just bad at it. So we're going to do some sad stuff. So here's the story of my family. My wife, we were friends for 10 years. We've been together now almost 13. We got an 11-year-old daughter. I'm a high school dropout. She is brilliant. So I worked my ass off and paid her college tuition. And now she pays for everything. But we spent the first 8 years of my daughter's life we lived in 13 houses in 8 years. Because we lived in Charlotte, and we were priced out everywhere we go, and we struggled, and we were lucky enough to have a family friend that said, "Hey, I got this house in Almar that is in pretty bad shape, but if you want to live in it, you can live in it rent-free." So this was a shack it was built in 1915. And I'd saved up $3,000 to remodel this house for $3,000. And honestly, we did a good job. We love that house. We still look back on it. But when I say if the city knew we lived in there, they'd make us leave. There wasn't much of nothing for heat or air. And one room was unusable. It was quarantined because the roof was falling in. So I wrote a song, and now we just bought a 14-acre big old property up in Virginia, and my daughter has seen, at 11 years old, she has seen what hard work can do. And it has turned her into the most beautiful human being. I'm so proud of her. She's a straight-A student. And she is, quite frankly, a badass. And she remembers all of this. So I wrote a song about that time. I remember that pot on the floor, caught the rain from a leaky roof. I remember that orange drive cord, it ran a light back to the bathroom. I remember the look in your eye. You were scared, and I was too. But we figured if we showed her just enough love, she wouldn't have a clue that we felt so small. But we had everything, we had nothing at all. Well, I remember 3 deep in the bed, had every blanket in the house piled on. You and I, we didn't sleep a lick. That little girl in the middle, she slept all night long. I remember the cold dead night. You held my hand and we pushed on through. Because we figured if we showed her just enough love, she wouldn't have a clue that we felt so small. But we had everything, we had nothing at all. We could fake a smile without ever knowing. We could feel so broke, not unbroken. But we felt so small. We had everything, we had nothing at all. And we figured if we showed her just enough love, she wouldn't have a clue that we felt so small. We had everything, we had nothing at all. Yeah, we felt so small. We had everything, we had nothing at all. Thank you, guys. My guitar is shining on y'all. Sorry. They made me clean it before I started. Brian was like, the only thing is, can you clean your guitar? There was sweat. I don't even want to know what's on this guitar. But now it's shining on y'all. Sorry about that. That's Brian's fault. So, hey, is there anybody out there get me a cold Coors Light to the stage? Next to the stage. So a little backstory. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm a carpenter as well. Did that for a long time. I got really lucky 3 years ago, and I sold a song to a boiled peanut company. I swear to God, it sounds like a lie, but it's true. That's what I'm gonna do. So this is the only song I've ever sold, and it's a song about boiled peanuts. So, but it paid pretty good, and anyways, we're hoping that's not my legacy, but if it is, I'm coming to terms with it. So this song is called "Get Boilin'." So you're leaving out of town with a couple of friends, headed down south for a wild weekend. Before you come down here, there's one thing you gotta know: boiled peanuts are worth their weight in gold. Let's get boiling, we're throwing down. So we reach for a can of caviar or the South. Out on the lake or the porch out back, look no further than the peanut patch. Let's get boiling. Let's get boiling. Memories are made down at Pawpaw's house. The face you can find, the 2 dates of the South. Everybody around here, well, they already know. At the crack of dawn, the kettle's on the stove. Let's get boiling, we're throwing down. So we reach for a can of caviar or the South. Out on the lake or the porch out back, look no further than the peanut patch. Let's get boiling. Let's get boiling. Fireflies at a shotgun wedding. Lightning bugs is what we're catching. Every heart is what we're blessing, whether you like them or not. Oh, sweet tea, it's what we're making. Riverside makes the best vacation. Football is the only separation, depending on what team you got. Let's get boiling, we're throwing down. So we reach for a can of caviar or the South. Out on the lake or the porch out back, look no further than in the peanut patch. Let's get boiling. Let's get boiling. Let's get boiling. Let's get boiling. That's the song that made me famous. Only in South Carolina, Alabama, Florida, and North Carolina. I did write that song. No, so what happened is I had a buddy call me. He said, look, he said, I got a deal for you. I'm working for this Bull Peanut Company. He said, and we need a song. And I was pretty drunk when he called. I was sitting at the bar, and I was with this band at the time. They're still my homies. I love them to death, but they were drunk too, and they're like, yeah, I don't know about a Bull Peanut Company. He said, that's more your speed. And I went out back, grabbed my guitar, went out back, and I wrote that song in 7 minutes. And they told me, they said they wanted Get Boiling in the song. They said that's got to be that was the only, guidelines they gave me. And I did. I wrote it in 7 minutes. So I told my wife, I said, hey, I showed it to my wife, and she was like, that's pretty good, And I was like, she said, don't send it tonight, though. I said, why? She said, because they might think it's too easy. They might not like it if it's too easy. She said, so send it tomorrow. So I had to elongate it a little bit, but I sent it in, and they were like, what's funny is I'm not very savvy on technology. They're like, send me a video. And this was 4 years ago. Now I can send videos. So I was like, I don't know how to send no fucking video. I said, and they were in a board meeting. Now, this company is McCall Farms, and they are Fortune 500. They own a bunch of stuff. So he called me on the conference call with corporate, and I was drunk. And they said, just send us the video. I said, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I said, well, I don't do this. I'll just sing it for you. I sang it over the phone in a corporate board meeting. And it was a little weird, They were like, yeah, we'll get back with you type deal. I'm like, yeah, I might have shot the shit on that one. But they called me the next day. They said, hey, why don't you come down here to Effingham and meet us? And I swear to God, y'all, I thought I was going to get a check. I'm like, shit, we about to make this happen. And they met with me, and they're like, we love your whole persona or whatever. They said, we want to make you the face of Peanut Patch. We shot 13 commercials. And they put makeup on me. Yeah, I was like, well, shit. They were like, well, you got to go to makeup. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm good. I was like, I think I fit the, I fit the bill. I put overalls on, guys. Like, I look like a peanut farmer. And they were like, nah, it's for glare. Yeah, they were like, that's for glare. And I'm like, okay. And, so I did that, and it fed my family, still feeding my family to this day. So we love McCall Farms. Yeah, and don't forget to stop at your local retailer. Peanut Patch Bull Peanuts, the South's favorite snack, available at Walmart. So if you can't get a record deal, get a brand deal. It pays fucking more. I got a gang of them. I got a storage building. I bet I got 1,300 cans of fucking peanuts. That's the perks of the job, They don't give me medical because I'm a contractor, but they give me plenty of Bull peanuts. I'm like, I got this bad tooth, and they're like, here's a case of peanuts. Thanks, McCall Farms. Available at Walmart. All right, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get this one out of the way. This is my favorite song I've ever written. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know what time we got left. I know we in the middle of this thing, but I gotta play this. This is my favorite song I've ever written. My wife, when she got pregnant with our daughter, or we got pregnant, or whatever anybody wants to say that makes them feel comfortable. I wrote this song, and I figure that one day it will be probably 30 minutes long. But right now it's just a little ditty. It's called That's What Daddies Do. Well, all of my life, well, I've been bound for something like you to come and slow me down. Well, now it seems your mom and me were feeling this love the likes we never found. 'Cause I woke up in the middle of the night for chocolate shakes and Biggie fries, and I held mommy's hair while she puked. Because that's what daddies do. Well, if you can't tell, well, daddy's scared as hell, and daddy writes all of his fears in his song. Daddy's friends, they were just as wild as him, but all of it changed once you come along. I hold your hand in the park so you don't scrape your leg. I check for monsters under your bed. I sleep on the floor so they can't get to you. And if them boys ever give you trouble, well, daddy's got a rifle and daddy's got a shovel. I'll hold you close if you're ever sad and blue. Because that's what daddies do. Yeah, well, that's what your daddy's supposed to do. Yeah, that's my favorite right there. One day I'm going to finish that song. All right. We're going to move along to my, what I like to call my middle life crisis period. I'm be 40. I know, people say midlife crisis is in your 50s, and most of us don't live to be 100, let's be honest. So, 40, I figure if I live to be 80, I'll be doing pretty good. So I got in this, we started this band. It's called The Old North State. You guys should look them up. We're kind of the same deal with what I did in my 20s. I just got in this point in my life when we was living in that old rundown, farmhouse. I just had to, let it out. And it's kind of the same deal. I wrote like 10, 11 songs in a very short period of time. And this is some of them right here. You guys can look them up, The Old North State. We're kind of more country rock. I took a bunch of boys from the country who liked like Foo Fighters and told them, hey, we should start a country band. And they were like, we'll try. And we actually did pretty good. I love those guys very much. We don't play together anymore much. But so this is a song that I wrote. I've been a, I guess you'd call it a, contract. I haven't never paid any taxes. Because I was just a drifter kind of. I was kind of a loner. I never really had a real job. I worked for Bob the Builder. And he paid me cash. He paid me in cash and weed. So it was like, but I got my, I became a tax paying American as a grown man, and it hurt me. So I wrote a song about it. And I think about the Beatles. They wrote a song about the tax man, and I did too. This is called Save a Little Money for Me. Bobby knowed he worked hard. Well, that's the way he was raised. Well, he was fine just to getting by on the little that he made. Don't you know things was going all right? They were comfortable at same. Till Uncle Sam and the tax man said, did you save a little money for me? Money for me. Did you save a little money for me? He paid him off, that's when times got hard. So Pawpaw still ran an old guitar. Well, under the table is money made. Busting ass from dawn till dusk. He paid enough for a pickup truck. Man still got a piece of that Chevrolet. Did you save a little money for me? Save a little money for me. Into the road, desperation sets in. This is the story of a broken man. I have seen your American dream, but did you save a little money for me? Did you save a little money for me? Bobby knowed he worked hard. Well, that's the way he was raised. Well, he was fine just to getting by on the little that he made. Thank you, guys. I did pay my taxes, though, so we're good. I'm gonna play a cover. I love Alison Krauss, and I love Keith Whitley. And my wife said that's my cheat. So, and I call her Little Angel Voice, but I can't sing it as good as her. But I'm gonna play a Keith Whitley song. It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you could light up the dark. Well, try as I may, I could never explain what you mean when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Well, you said best when you say nothing at all. At all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you could drown out the crowd. Well, Mr. Webster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. Well, you say it best when you say nothing at all. Well, at all. A smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. We say it best when you say nothing at all. Well, at all. Well, at all. Let's take an intermission, man. Everybody want to go to the bathroom? Y'all want to do that, and then we'll come back? Let's take a quick intermission. If y'all want to use the bathroom and stuff, let's do that. 10-4. Check one. All right, so usually, guys, I end up where I do a break and I have like 20 or 30 minutes left to play, but it's already 9 o'clock. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play one more song to lead you guys out of here. I'll give you a quick backstory. I'm not a political guy, and a lot of people get mad at me for saying this. I've never even voted, just because. Yeah, boo, right? Here's the thing, man. I'm a hillbilly, and no one speaks to me. No one speaks to me. Never seen it. Never. Now, I take that back. I voted one time. I voted for Obama. Yeah. And I worked on his campaign. I loved Obama. But since then, no one has spoke to me on either side. I don't pick sides. But I was sitting in my living room in this little bitty house, and I was watching the news, and I am a gun-toting American, but I watched a bunch of kids get killed in Nashville, and my daughter was the same age, and it fucked with me. Excuse my language, but it fucked with me. And I didn't know how to feel, and I'm not a soapboxy kind of guy, even though it seems like I am. So I just wrote it down, and I wrote what I felt, and this is what came out. Gave it a name to divert the attention, replace the blame, keep on smiling, keep on moving. They won't notice that things ain't the same, but things ain't the same. So take me away, 'cause I'm tired of running. You played the victim, but you done the crime. Sickness remains, you're bleeding for money. You try to divide just to keep us in line. There's no need to worry, 'cause you got the money. But everyone knows that you can't purchase time. You can't buy yourself out of a grave. So take me away. Take me away. Familiar name. His words seem to ramble, and they were made in vain. People dying, people losing. We hold the candles while they hold the flame, and they hold the flame. So take me away, 'cause I'm tired of running. You play the victim, but you done the crime. Sickness remains, everyone knows that you can't purchase time. You can't buy yourself out of a grave. You can't buy yourself out of a grave. So take me away. Hey, good night, guys. Thank you, guys. Love y'all.